Well, a Siouxlander who has spent days stranded in Puerto Vallarta is now back home. TJ Johnson, a radio host from Spencer, Iowa, returned to the States late last night following days of unrest and grounded flights.
KTIV's Ellen Ide was in Minneapolis when his plane touched down. She has the story.
After cartel-related violence shut down roads and grounded flights out of Puerto Vallarta, beloved Spencer radio host TJ Johnson found himself stranded. Now 4 days later, he has finally found his way home. Just a few hours ago, his flight landed here at Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport.
I have never been more happy to be home.
Johnson and his family realized they were in trouble Sunday morning on the drive to the airport, describing sights of burning vehicles littering the road. But chaos at the airport and eventually an evacuation is where reality set in.
It was frightening and disorienting, and there was a moment at which I thought, we shouldn't be out here on this tarmac. We're sitting ducks for anyone that wanted to take advantage of tourists in the wide open.
With flights canceled and nearly no information available, Johnson decided to take action the way
in this area we've
best.
seen a few military
I can sit
jets.
here and do nothing, or I can start making noise and try to we have to figure out how to get out of here. And the one thing that I knew was if I got out and reached out to my listeners, to the folks that are familiar with me, maybe there'd be somebody that could call someone and help resolve this better than I could where we were at.
That outreach quickly snowballed. Messages from listeners poured in, but so did calls from news organizations picking up his story. As media coverage spread, it drew attention of elected officials who began working to help the stranded travelers navigate the chaos.
That's been, I think, what's been most overwhelming is getting those messages, having you here greeting us when we arrive, definitely makes you think you're not alone in this. People championed us coming home, and I think that's also what makes coming home feel so good.
After days of fear and uncertainty, he's now breathing a sigh of relief.
I'm gonna kiss my cat Lou and snuggle on her. I'm gonna take a hot bath. I'm gonna have a sip of Jameson.
And Johnson says that this experience will not deter him from considering international travel in the future. In fact, him and his family are already working on plans to return to Puerto Vallarta. But for now, he's looking forward to returning to the airways. In Minneapolis, Minnesota, Ellen Ide, KTIV News 4.
Now, despite his early morning arrival in Spencer, Johnson is making his return to Kevin and TJ in the morning today.